Hello, and welcome to a Broken Binding unboxing. This, my friends, is the January subscription box featuring Northern Wrath by Thilde Kold Holdt. It is the first of the Hanged Gods trilogy, not to be confused with the romance series The Hung God trilogy. Oh, it's a terrible joke. I apologize. Anyways, I know right off the bat, because I've seen it online, that there's already a typo with the bookmark. So we got our bookmark here, Northern Wrath, and you can see it says January 2023. You know, we all put the previous year on forms every now and then at the start of the year. They just happen to put it on 1,500 bookmarks. Because change changes and does not change back. Because change changes and does not change back. And in the end, the ending will not come to an end. That is cryptically strange. All right, then. So the Hanged God trilogy. Hanged God. Nice little wafer sticker there. I have not read it. Big surprise there. But it is a series that, fantasy series that delves into Norse mythology. Whoa, look at that cover. So this is one that I'm very excited about. I mean, it sounds cool to begin with, but just the production alone sounds incredible. So in previous titles, previous subscription titles, we've been seeing a lot of like the original artwork being used. There is, wow, that is a cool signature. Damn, Thilde. Oh, they got the date right here. Thilde Kold Holdt. That is awesome. With the Powder Mage trilogy, I believe the covers were the original covers. We had exclusive end papers. Here with the Hanged God trilogy, we have exclusive everything. So we have new covers by Randy Vargas. Beautiful work. We have author photograph by Thilde Kold Holdt. We have exclusive end papers by Rene Aigner. I believe Rene did the end papers. And then we have the stenciling and the page edges by Catrina Paints. So we have the stenciling. And they said that the stenciling for this one, let's open the book right there. Okay, got the Norse mythology right off the bat. The stenciling for all three is supposed to flow into each other. We've seen the page edges form a full image before. But this is the first time the actual stenciling, the foiling, I should say, on the covers feeds into each other. I believe it's the first time. Oh my God, Winnowing Flame, did that one fold into each other? I don't recall. It's a whole year ago. Who knows? Anyways, it's actually been a year since the kerfuffle involving the Great Leveler series. That was January of 2023 when that happened. I haven't read. Oh, look at that. Rene Aigner's beautiful work. One other thing that I heard, I heard it through the grapevine on Facebook. I'm trying to see if I can like peek between the pages there. I heard that this was sewn binding and not glued binding, but I can't really tell. I can't see the page signatures. It looks glued to me, so maybe I'm mistaken there. I can't see the, we got a little bit of staining from the edges, but that's unfortunately bound to happen. I can't see in between sometimes you can see the sewn bindings in between the signatures, the page signatures, which is why I'm thinking this is glued, because I can't see that. So the novel itself deals with the world between the gods and man thinning out. And, her YouTube page is not on her Kold Holdt's bio here. She has a YouTube page where she kind of explained her process in getting an agent and her process in storyboarding or like kind of plotting everything out in sticky notes. It's really interesting stuff. Anyways, the realm between gods and man is thinning. There are visions that the time of the gods is coming to an end. And so the heroes are dealing with that, I guess. Like I said, I don't know. I haven't read the novel, but I'm very excited to because it sounds awesome. And we obviously have Norse gods here. Surt is there. There we go. We got Surt, big old fire dude here for Ragnarok. Not going to lie, my entire knowledge of Surt comes from Thor Ragnarok and from Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, because I believe Surt was in that, wasn't he? Or maybe I'm just imagining things. It's been several years since I've played that game. Anywho, this is the January title. They did say that the February bookmarks and March bookmarks are going to try to get fixed. I'm curious if this actually can happen or not, because I feel like they do the bookmarks for like all 3 titles together, and they had that issue with the last trilogy. Which was the Powder Mage trilogy, where they all said September, I believe, on the bookmarks. Anywho, Broken Binding, the subscription service, limited to 1,500 copies for Tier 1, which includes the signatures, includes the extra goodies, such as art prints, bookmarks, and so on. They do have Tier 2. I don't know how many books there are for Tier 2. I don't know if it's another 1,500 or if it's 2,000. Tier 2 is unsigned. You do get any extra art prints or bookmarks that might be left over from Tier 1. So if they order 2,000 art prints, well, 500 of those go to Tier 2. The most recent update that they put into... They did subscription updates a few weeks back where they announced they're closing the wait list, at least for now, for Tier 1. Because they said it would take like 40 years to get on the subscription if they keep adding people. So unfortunately, I don't know if you can get on the Tier 1 waitlist. I know you can get on the waitlist for Tier 2, and then if you get on Tier 2, I think there's a separate waitlist to be upgraded to Tier 1, which is probably your best chance in order to get to Tier 1. If you're not really interested in the signatures and you just want the cool books to look as awesome as they are, then Tier 2 might totally be fine for you, because it's really the signature that differentiates the two. I wonder if it's a longboat that might be continuing from books 1 to 3. A little train of thought. Anyways, if you don't want to wait, or you just are patiently waiting, by all means, you can subscribe to the channel here and live vicariously through me. I'm planning on staying on this train because I'm a sucker for fantasy, and I'm probably going to be jumping on their sci-fi subscription when I get the chance as well, because I'm a sucker for those too. They are kind of just like fancy trade editions. That is my biggest, not complaint, but my biggest observation with past titles, which is fine. I like fancy trade editions, but I know, people are expecting like small press quality from like Subterranean Press, Grimoire Press, Suntop. You're not going to get that kind of quality here, just because this is the trade edition kind of press. It's not really a fine press. They do have some fine press publications through their TBB line, which I've unboxed several of those, such as Blood and Fire by not Anthony Ryan. Oh my God, what's the guy's name? Anthony Ryan stuck in my head. It's not Anthony Ryan. Ryan Cahill. That I did an unboxing of that on the channel. Check that out. That is high quality. I mean, obviously, it's still not as fancy as like Suntop or the higher end Subterranean presses, but it's really nice quality. And I feel like if they keep doing sewn bindings for the subscription, which, like I said, they're supposed to. I had heard that they were doing that, but I don't know if that's necessarily the case, and I don't want to, destroy the binding to find out. I'll check that out after the video. But if that's the case, then you're getting progressively there and closer. But in the meantime, having cool exclusive artwork is cool in and of its own right. But if you don't want to wait, or you just want to keep waiting or live vicariously through me, please consider liking and subscribing. I have a lot of these unboxings on the channel, and I will continue to unbox them as I get them. You can also buy some of their exclusive editions, not the subscription ones, but other books that are exclusive editions to The Broken Binding through thebrokenbindingsub.com. No email on the bookmark, no website on the bookmark. But they have like a regular site too, which is just regular signed editions, nothing fancy, which is just thebrokenbinding.co.uk. They are doing the the Malazan series. Steve Erickson. Oh my God, English is tough today. They are doing exclusive artwork for those. Felix Ortiz, I believe, is doing the artwork for those. They're going to release them in, well, there's 10 books, so like the first few sets are going to be sets of 3. They're pricey. I'm not going to lie. They're pricey, which is a little disappointing because they're not going to have sewn bindings, which is a real bummer because they're big books. So I would really hope that those be sewn bindings. But they've apparently tried, and they said it's not in the price range, which is a bummer because I think individually the prices, it's like 150 British pounds for the first 3 books, which is what, like 175, closer to 200 US dollars. That's pricey for 3 books if they're just trade editions. But I guess they're signed trade editions. They're going to have exclusive artwork. So I guess you can kind of weigh the pros and cons there. It'd be really cool if they had sewn bindings, but I'm not going to lose any sleep over not having sewn bindings. It's still cheaper than the Subterranean press editions. Although it's technically, I guess, the same price range as the original sub press editions. Weren't those like $80? But that's when, prices were much lower. Those things are wild, and you're going to be spending thousands of dollars on those nowadays. The newer editions, the reprints they're doing, are $200 a piece. I mean, they're going to have sewn bindings, beautiful leather covers. But, yeah, you're going to see that in the price, though. Anyways, I'm going to buy the Malzahn books once I get the opportunity to, because I'm a sucker for these types of books, so keep them coming. So please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you around next time.